Friday, and guess what? It's a rib cook today. Yep, it's a nice 45-degree day out here, and while I'm talking about the temperature and the weather, I'd like to say we're thinking about you guys up in the Midwest and the Northeast and up in the cold country. I can't imagine what minus 30 degrees is like. The lowest we have around here is usually about 20 degrees, and that's only for one night maybe, and then it goes back up. But we're thinking about you. So this cook is for you. If you snowed in, iced in, and in frigid temperatures, this cook is for you. And guess what we're doing today? Today is ribs. Yep, we're gonna be doing 3 racks of baby backs for Janet's aunt. She wanted us to do some up for her, so we got those, and we're gonna do 2 racks of spare ribs. That's what we're going today, and I'm gonna show you what my setup is. Stand by, it's gonna be. We have our Weber Kettle, and here's the charcoal grate, and I've got my Guru port down here, and we're going to be using that today. So I'm going to place this charcoal grate in the bottom. Put that charcoal ring. This is the standard charcoal ring that came with the Weber Smoky Mountain, actually. Now I'm going to take this grate. This goes in the bottom of the Weber Smoky Mountain, but I'm going to set it right on top of this ring. Okay. Now when I get ready to fire this up, I'm going to come back in here. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and get some more charcoal out. Here's some spent charcoal I'm going to just reuse. Okay, this is a chimney and a half of charcoal. And I'm going to come back in the middle here. This will probably be plenty and have some left over, I'm sure. Alright, that'll do it. All my holes are open at the top for good airflow. I'll show you the rest of my setup. I'm going to put this charcoal grate that usually goes in this Weber Smoky Mountain. Let's set that right on top of that ring. Then I'm going to put this big pizza pan right there in the middle. And we've got plenty of holes on the side of that ring, and then this venting around the edge. That should be plenty of venting for that Guru to work and push that air through. And a little surprise here, I got the Cajun Bandit Rotisserie ring. I know I've seen Ken at Heavy Metal use this on a video from 2.5 years ago. He was doing this then. And then of course, the thing you've seen only once. It's an idea that came from Joe's BBQ House, from Joe, his stacked grate method, where we got this grate for the 1 slab of 3 BabyBack racks of ribs, and then on top of that 2 spare ribs, 2 racks of spare ribs. On top of that, something I saw Joe do over at Joe's BBQ House, I got all my coals in there. I'm just going to put the starter down in the middle and start it right there. I got to go get those ribs ready, but that'll start it up right there. I don't even need to use a chimney, I don't believe. Okay guys, there you go. Spare ribs, baby back. Let me get these opened up, cleaned up, and taking the membranes off. Okay, this first bunch is the baby back, and gonna go down with a little mustard, as you all are familiar with. If it's your first time watching videos like this mustard is just something to help the rub adhere to. Doesn't give it any extra or out of the ordinary flavor when you get done with it. It'll just help the rub to stick and not fall off. And if your rib is wet, you really don't even need this, but everybody does it, so that's the way I was trained. There's more than one way to do it. Some people use olive oil, Worcestershire, and some people use just the wetness from washing them. But if Malcolm Reed does it, that's good enough for me. JP's, JPAP All-Purpose. That's JP's Barbecue over on YouTube. Go check him out. This is a good coarse ground salt, pepper, garlic. It's a good rub, JP. We're just kind of working our way through this. We'll flip them over and do the same thing. Now also, beside the all-purpose rub, you see over here, we've got some rub that was sent to me by Joe over at Joe's BBQ House. It's sweet heat, and I'm also using some of his sweet heat sauce on these BabyBacks. This is the spicy homey honey. And you can get these sauces and rubs from joesbarbecuehouse.com and sweetheat.com. You can find them there. I'm going to use some of this sweet heat all-purpose rub. And this is more than salt and pepper. This has got some other spices in it. So we're just going to sprinkle some of this on these BabyBacks. And I've removed the membrane over here, so it will be good to put it on the rib side. Alright, I'm going to flip these over and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, that'll take care of our BabyBacks. They're ready to go. These spares over, and on these spares we're going to put the JPAP on for the all-purpose, and we're going to go back on with more of the all-purpose rub from the sweet heat. And on these spare ribs, I'm going to be using some sauce I got from Scott Bailey over at the Real Show Barbecue. I've been wanting to use some of these sauces, and I got a hold of some. And this one is the Sweet Memphis sauce. I'm saving my Eastern North Carolina for some pulled pork or some chicken, but I'll be using that on the spares. On the bottom is going to be our BabyBacks. See if we can get them on there. Oh yeah, it's 22.5. Does just fine. Place it on top. Stack racks. That'll work fine. That's a lot of weight there. Alright, we're headed outside. The grill is hot and ready to go. I'll meet you there. I put the coals were hot, and actually, I don't know how those coals jumped over to the side and started. I lit it in the middle, but I got some burning all the way over to the side. And I'm gonna put this deflector pan in there so my ribs won't burn on the bottom. Get a little block of wood here. Maybe we can outsmart it. Okay. Oh, let me start my timer. BBQ Guru. It's going. And the ThermoWorks smoke. You want to see, a lot of people want to see my brackets. How I got all this. That come with the Guru. That's an accessory, a magnetic attachment. You know, I've showed that on some other videos. It just slides right down in that. And then the smoke is, I got a clamp, flexible gooseneck clamp with a bracket for a smartphone, which actually works good. And I've got links to this. This is from Amazon. So, see how that looks? You can go to Amazon and get that if you want to do it like that. Anyway, that's my setup. We'll see what happens. Alright, they've been on 31 minutes. The bottom rack is at 242 and the top one is at 268. I need to put my lunch on. So, got a couple of sausages. For my sausages. See, that stack timer comes in handy. Waiting on my lunch to get ready. Guys, these ribs have been on about 2 hours and 50 minutes. I'm gonna take them up and wrap them. Stand by. They're you know, done. They just need to tenderize some more. It's time to unwrap, and they've been wrapped for an hour. Toby's under the table trolling. He smells all this. He's wanting to get in on it. That'll make it a little easier. I'll go back and get the next. We're going on with some of Scott's Bailey's barbecue sauce, sweet Memphis. This stuff smells good. Be ordering some more of this, Scott. It's just a mess, you know, when you're dealing with this. But it all turns out good in the end. Let me show you what the ribs look like. Here are the spares with the Bailey's barbecue sauce, the sweet Memphis. Those look good. This sauce has been sitting on there about 15-20 minutes. These are the BabyBacks. Alright, we're done with this cook today. 3 racks of BabyBacks and 2 racks of spares. How you like that? Those are pretty, aren't they? Those are the BabyBacks. Over here are my spare ribs. Those turned out really good. I'll put the BabyBacks closest to me. And I'll get a rack of these spares. Here we go. Cut. Now we're going.
This cut better.
Yeah, these are doing pretty good. Okay, we've made it to the taste test, and this is kind of a special taste test today. I have a lot of viewers right around in Florence that I'm not even aware of, and I appreciate all of you who watch the PIF channel, Phil in Florence. But we have lots of viewers in the Florence area, and there's a couple that I want to give a shout out to, and that is Carson and Summer Crib. A little birdie told me that y'all watch all of our videos, and I really appreciate that. And that little birdie is going to help us, and that little birdie is going to help us do the taste test tonight. All right.
Here we go.
And Terry and John are going to do the taste test. So here is the BabyBack and here is the spare rib. So Terry, if you'd pick that one up and take a good bite.
Gladly.
And hand that over to John. You don't get but one
Do I
bite.
have to? Oh.
Get the other bite later.
That's what the taste test is all about. One bite.
I know.
All right, you can set that back down.
That's good. Really good.
And clear your palate out a little bit. Now, try the spare.
You want to go?
Yeah, I won't mind. I'm not shy. Okay, where to bite this? Let's go back to right here. Wow, they're both so good. I'm not gonna complain about
Well,
either one of them.
That's the way it's
Let
supposed
me
to
be
work.
the judge. Let me be the judge.
They're really good.
Well, it may not be a winner.
Is it
I
the
just
same
wanted
sauce
to-
on both of them?
No, there's two different
This is a
sauces.
little bit sweeter.
Right. That's got
It's a little
the
bit sweeter, isn't it?
the Memphis sweet on it.
Gonna take a second bite.
What did you think about
I like them both.
that? All right.
Is that one a little spicier? I know it's
It's
sweet.
Yeah,
but
it's spicy sweet. Yes.
It's very
It's,
good.
and that had the Bailey's barbecue rub, spicy Memphis or sweet Memphis. I can't remember. I don't have the bottle in front of me, and it's one of those two. But and then this one had the sweet heat barbecue sauce, and the one that I used was the St. Louis.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, thank y'all for
Very good.
helping me out with the taste
Thank
test.
you.
And we're gonna all dive in here to all this good food. And Jeff's made some sides. We didn't video any of it, but she'll show you what she's got.
Oh, we just got some green beans and gouache casserole, woohoo, and some slaw.
And how about this?
And this is brown rice that my aunt Annette made.
Oh, covered with nice
Yummy.
mushroom. Okay, well there you have it, folks. Phil and Florence, another episode, and I hope you enjoyed watching me use the Weber Kettle with the stack rack, and it worked out pretty good. And then the BBQ Guru used that also on this cook, so it was pretty eventful all the way around. So until next time, this is Phil and Florence. We'll be seeing you down the road.
Okay, Janet and Florence. Bye.
That's right. Bye-bye.
And I get to bed at night and so y'all been having a lot of private parties over like this.
Yeah. There was one that last weekend.